if it isn't my precious treasure. Darling, come here and give your grandma a big hug. It must have been a bit of a nightmare getting here, huh? The traffic must have been really bad.
Let me help you with that, Spencer. It looks heavy. You guys always bring way too much stuff with you.
Thanks, Maurice. I appreciate it.
Anyway, you guys shouldn't be coming outside to greet us. It's freezing. You'll catch your deaths. Oh, it's fine. We haven't been outside for too long. You need to stop your worrying. But you're right. We should head inside. I prepared all your favorites for dinner tonight, Lily. It's not every day that I get to spoil my granddaughter, so I need to take advantage of this opportunity. You must be having a tough time, studying so hard at school. I can't believe that you're already in high school. They grow up so fast.
The food you make is so tasty, Grandma. I always have to go back for seconds.
Just 5 minutes ago, you were saying how you're going to go on a diet because you feel like you've been eating too much recently. But then, as soon as Grandma's cooking is on offer, that all goes out the window.
Oh, come on, Mom. Haven't you heard the phrase, the diet starts tomorrow? Once I go back to school after the holidays, I'll start dieting again. I'm going to eat nothing but salads for the next 6 months.
You may say that now, but I very much doubt that you're going to see that plan through to the end.
Grandma, Mommy's always like this. She never believes me.
Oh, don't worry, baby. No matter what, I will always believe in you. If your mom and dad ever give you a hard time, you can tell me about it and then they'll have me to answer to.
I can always count on you to be on my side, Grandma.
She really has you in the palm of her hand there, huh, Mom? Dad and Spencer are already inside, so how about we head on in as well? I'll sort out the dishes tomorrow, so don't you worry about it, okay? You're probably always doing the housework at home, so you don't want to be doing it when you come and visit me as well, do you? You're here to relax. But your knees aren't too good these days, so I don't like to see you doing too much by yourself. I'm perfectly able-bodied, so I'll clean up for you. You just sit down and rest now, okay, Mom?
Just leave it for later, dear. Everyone come and gather around. We have something to tell you.
Something to tell us?
Yes, we've been waiting to tell you for quite some time, and we feel like now is a good moment. What is it? Spit it out already. You can't just leave us in suspense like this. It's nothing bad, so there's no need to sit there with that worried expression on your face, Inez.
We're finally planning on swapping life on the farm for urban life in New York.
You guys are going to be moving to New York?
Yes, that's right. It's getting harder and harder for us to maintain the farm as we get older. When we were young, I thought that we would live the rural lifestyle until we dropped dead, but now I know that if we stay here any longer, we'll just end up working ourselves into the ground. I can feel myself getting frailer by the day here. We can't do as much as we used to be able to do before, and on top of that, the supermarkets are becoming pickier and pickier about the size, shape, and color of the produce that they will deem acceptable. I also don't really think that our hearts are in it as much as they were before. These days, there seems to be a problem with every single crop, and it's just been causing us a lot of stress.
But selling the farm is going to be a huge deal, isn't it? It's not like it's small or anything. You guys have quite a few acres.
Well, at first I was worried that nobody would be willing to take it off our hands, but we actually found a buyer already, and everything was finalized much quicker than we thought it would be. There's a young guy in the village who has been running some kind of healthy juice business, and he said that he would happily buy the farm off of us to grow more fruit for his drinks. He said he's also willing to take on any of our employees who want to stay working on this land. He said that our facilities are really good, but not easy to find these days, and as a local who has known us his whole life, he was willing to pay a little bit more than the regular market price. I couldn't believe our luck, so naturally we decided that selling to him was the obvious choice.
It's so good to hear that everything was sorted out so easily. To be honest, I had started to worry that it was getting a little difficult for you to be coming to visit us so often. Because Mom's suffering a little with her knees, I always felt really bad whenever you guys would make the long trip up to see us in New York. And obviously, because of work and because of Lily's school, we aren't able to come here and visit you as often as we'd like to. It puts my mind at ease knowing that you're going to have easier access to better hospitals in New York as well.
Yes, making trips to the hospital less uncomfortable for your mother was one of the main driving forces behind making the decision to move to New York. There were a lot of worries on our minds because we've spent our entire lives in this town, and New York is a very big place in comparison, but we figured that it was best to be close to family in our old age. After all, you, your brother Sean, and your families all live in New York. Even if the transition to the big city is a little overwhelming, it won't be so bad with you all nearby to help us out.
Exactly. Did you tell Sean already? I'm sure he's going to be really happy.
Yeah, we told him yesterday. Oh, he was so excited, he told us to come up immediately. Although, I think he was happiest at not having to be stuck in traffic for hours driving down here to see us every holiday.
Oh, by the way, will you be selling the house along with the farm? Oh no. At the end of the day, this is the house that you and Sean were born and raised in. This house holds far too many precious memories for us, so we couldn't bear to let it go. We're thinking instead of investing a little bit of money into doing the place out and then having it become a kind of holiday rental place. Oh, really? Yeah. The lady who lived next door to us was also planning on selling her house and moving to the neighborhood that her son lives in. But instead they ended up giving the house a total makeover, and her son now manages it as a holiday let on that site that everyone uses these days. What's it called again? Barbecue? I don't remember. Well, anyway, they took a bunch of pictures of that place and uploaded them on the internet. And then over time, it started to get booked up regularly. Apparently, they make a decent amount of money from it. There's quite a lot of natural beauty in this area, so we do get lots of tourists coming in the summer. So I think it will definitely be worth doing.
It's Airbnb, Marta, not Airbnb.
Oh, is it? It all sounds the same to me. Anyway, if we put the house on that site, we should be able to have quite a lucrative side hustle. Sean has already said that he would manage the online stuff for us, so all that's left to do is give the place a little makeover. If we can pull this off, then I don't think we'll have to worry too much about money after moving to New York. Still, I don't think it's going to be as easy as you make it sound. Are you guys really going to be okay doing that? Of course. It can't be harder than doing manual labor on a farm, can it? It's not like the house is too big or anything like that, so fixing it up probably shouldn't take too much time and hopefully won't cost too much. You also can't really house that many people at once here, so I'm sure it won't be too hard to manage. Okay, if you're both sure that you know what you're doing with this, you have my full support. Anyway, I'm so excited to think that you're going to be living so nearby to us. What do you think, honey? Isn't it great that my parents will be around the corner from us for the first time ever?
Yeah, I think that's great.
We're planning on heading up to New York sometime soon next week to check out some houses. Sean said he's coming with us, so you should come too if you have time, Inez. You guys will know better than us what a nice house is and what isn't, and what's good value for money and what isn't in New York, since you've been living there for so long already.
If you let me know exactly when you'll be coming, I can try and make some time. I have a friend who is a realtor, so I can ask her if she can line up a few places for you to have a look at.
No, that would be great. Thank you so much.
I really can't believe that you're coming to New York. It's going to be so nice to be able to see you both regularly from now on. Lily is also going to be really happy when you tell her. What's this? It must have been hard for you to carry all the way up here. We could have come round your place at the weekend and picked it up instead of you going to all the trouble of carrying it here yourself. Well, I drove over, so it really wasn't any trouble for me to carry it all up here. There is an elevator in this building, you know. I wanted to make sure that you guys were eating well over the holidays, so I prepared a few meals for you to put in the freezer, and I also made a pie and some cookies. The baked goods are freshly made, so make sure you leave them on the counter to cool down for a little longer before you put them in the refrigerator. Okay? Thanks for going to all this trouble for us, Mildred. Shall I make you a coffee? If you just wait 30 minutes or so, Spencer is finishing work early today. So as you're here, we can all eat dinner together. Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you. Please take a seat. Where's Lily? Will she be home late today?
Yeah, she has some mock exams coming up soon, so she's taking extra prep classes after school.
To give the girl credit, she's been studying way harder than I expected her to after starting high school. It would be nice if she would be able to get a scholarship to a good college like her father did, but I don't think she takes much after him when it comes to her brains. As you know, my Spencer was a child prodigy from a young age. I never even taught him how to write, you know. He just learned how to do it all by himself. He also absorbed foreign languages like a sponge and was always getting 100% on all of his tests. His grades would have been good enough to get him into medical school, you know. I would be lying if I said that I wasn't a little disappointed when he said that he wanted to be a professor and not a doctor, but I got over it. After all, he still has a PhD at the end of the day. He was never greedy to be the best or anything like that, though. He just wanted to do the work that made him happy, and I've always been very proud of him for that. I wonder who he takes after to have grown into such a fine example of a man. Here she goes again, bragging about her son. Dying to zone out. Anyway, I think you should be worrying about Lily a little more. Her father is a professor at Columbia University, after all. She should really be aiming to get into an Ivy League school. I'm not asking for the top 10 or anything like that. Just somewhere with a decent reputation. I don't want her thinking it's okay to go to community college or anything like that.
Well, our approach is to not try and push her to do anything that she isn't comfortable with. Whether she goes for an Ivy League, community college, or even just decides to go straight into an apprenticeship or something like that, she will always have our full support.
It's precisely that attitude of yours that's the root of the problem. You're too lax with her, so she thinks that she doesn't need to work hard. It's not like you have lots of children or anything. She's your only hope. Surely you should be a little more encouraging of her to do well. I can forgive Spencer because he's always busy with work, but you're in the house way more often, so you should be being stricter with her.
Ahem. I'm busy with work too, you know. I don't just spend all day sitting around at home. I do work a 9-to-5 office job like most of the world, and let me tell you, it's not easy. Even so, I believe that I'm doing the best job I can at being Lily's mother, so you don't need to worry about that.
I know that you're trying your best, but I can't help but worry about her. You're in the best financial situation out of all of my children, so I think it's only right that you should be teaching Lily that she'll only be able to have the comfortable life that you two provide for her if she works hard and gets herself a good job. It will benefit you in your old age if she's able to earn good money as well.
Do we have visitors?
Oh, hi there, sweetheart. How was work?
No, it was just you, Mom.
I brought a bunch of your favorite foods over. I need to make sure that my precious baby boy is eating well, but also treating himself every now and again.
Oh, Mom, you really didn't need to go to all this effort.
You should at least thank your poor mom for making all this food for us, though, honey.
Oh, right, sorry. Thanks, I guess, Mom.
If you ever feel like you're craving my home cooking, just give me a call and I'll make whatever you want. Even if you want to eat something really obscure, I'll go to the ends of the earth to find the ingredients for you. My baby boy deserves to have everything.
You really are dramatic sometimes, Mildred. You really do treat him like a king sometimes.
I want to get showered before we eat dinner, so I'm gonna head to the bathroom. Oh, by the way, honey, this was the thing you wanted, right?
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Say thanks to your coworker from me as well.
Yeah, sure, will do.
What's that?
Oh, it's an electric massager. One of Spencer's coworkers has been developing these. It's got special functions to help with knee and back pain, so I'm planning on giving it to my mom as a gift. Spencer's coworker is remodeling the design, so they're not on sale at the moment. But we asked if we could get one of the old ones, and he was happy to give us one.
Oh, really?
He seems to have given us two, so if you'd like, you can take the extra one.
Oh, I'm fine. I don't have any problems with my joints or muscles or anything like that. I also really don't know why you would go through Spencer just to get one of these. You probably made him look really bad in front of his coworker, begging for freebies.
It's really no big deal, so I don't know why you're being like this. And besides, we didn't get it for free. We paid for it fair and square. It was just at a discounted price because it's technically a discounted product.
Spencer is the one who told me that this coworker of his wanted people to take the old machines off his hands, so nobody went begging to anybody. Well, I think that you shouldn't be asking Spencer to do you favors all the time. He's a busy man and doesn't have time to run around finding electric massagers or whatever on your behalf. With all due respect, Mildred, I really think you're making a mountain out of a molehill here. Well, I don't think you realize how much of an amazing person Spencer is, and how respected he is. What with him being an Ivy League professor. Just because he's your husband doesn't mean that you shouldn't appreciate that. You need to know your place and be more thankful that such a capable and well-respected man was willing to condescend to marry you. Oh, well, the opinion of others doesn't really matter to me. However much of a good reputation he has, it really isn't important as long as he's a good dad to Lily. To be honest, Mildred, he always acts very blunt towards you, so I really don't know why you're always singing his praises so much. Instead of encouraging him to be this lofty being that should be seen as better than everyone else, maybe you should encourage him to treat you a little better. How dare you slander my son in front of me like that? I'm just saying that you really need to stop putting him on a pedestal and see him as an actual person for once. You're really pushing me past my limits with your constant reminders of how grateful I should be that such a wonderful person would stoop so low as to be with someone like me. This is why my poor Spencer is looking so tired all the time. She's clearly draining all his energy with that terrible personality of hers. They've been married for 18 years already. I thought that by now I would have grown to like my daughter-in-law. But no matter what, I still hate her guts. Hello, this is Mildred. Where are you? What? You're going to be late. Sorry, I'm on my way there. But I've already gone inside. You're always saying that you're getting lost, but I bet that you actually just haven't left the house yet. It's my first time ever going to see a psychic. I'm kind of scared, you know. This place is intimidating. I'll be there soon. Okay, fine. I'll head in first and start talking to him, but you'd better be quick. Okay, see you soon.
Are you worried that I'm gonna eat you or something? Am I really that scary?
Oh my goodness, you startled me. How long have you been standing behind me for?
I could sense a sinister presence coming towards the house, so I thought I would come out here and investigate.
A sinister presence? Are you talking about me?
You came here because you're worried about your son, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. How did you know?
I could just tell by looking at you that you're the type of mother who spends most of her time needlessly worrying about her son. Your late husband found your obsession with your son quite frustrating when he was alive, didn't he?
You're right again! He really did. The rumors about this place must be true. Everything is spot on.
Why don't you come on in and take a seat?
Oh yes, please, lead the way.
Something big is gonna happen to your son very soon. I can sense that he's gonna be dabbling in something that he shouldn't be getting involved with.
Something big? What do you mean by that?
What else? Money troubles, of course.
But he's a professor, which is a very stable job. It's not like he's running his own business and he could go bankrupt at any second or anything like that. I really don't know what kind of situation could lead him to lose a large sum of money.
I can't say exactly what's gonna happen, but I do know that he needs to be careful with women. I see a very wicked woman in his life who is gonna ruin him financially. He will have lots of temptation around him, and if he gives in, then he will be in serious trouble. There's gonna be a lot of close calls, but he'll just be able to save himself the first couple of times. But the final blow will be too much for him, and he'll be brought down crashing to the ground. You can think of him as a tree who keeps getting hacked at with an axe, but because there's a lot of soil around his base, he's well protected. The problem is that once the soil has eroded away, his roots will be exposed and it'll be much easier to secure his downfall.
Well, the only woman in his life other than me is his wife. It must be her! His wife is the wicked one, right?
I can't say for sure who it is, but I know that a woman with an insatiable greed for money is going to ruin his life. She is someone who he should be prevented from getting involved with at all costs.
Oh my gosh, is it really that bad?
I told you that something big was going to happen, so you best be well prepared. This woman is someone who knows what she's doing when it comes to making her fortune at the expense of others.
I'm speechless.
Also, you need to stop worrying excessively about your son. It's not helping him at all. If fire comes close to a tree, then the tree is doomed to burn to the ground. It's a waste of emotion that you could be spending elsewhere. If you keep fussing over him and sticking your oar in where it's not wanted, you're just gonna make things worse for your son in the end. Anyway, this is all I can tell you.
So basically, the main point of what you're saying is that he's going to lose a lot of money because of a woman, right? Maybe it's not Inez. Maybe it could be Lily. I always knew that girl gets up to no good. So maybe she has some kind of scheme up her sleeve to get rich quick without studying hard, and she's going to rope her poor father into it somehow. Hi, Spencer. How is my special baby boy?
Hi, Mom. Is everything okay?
Are you still at work?
No, I'm driving home now.
Now, don't be freaked out by what I'm about to tell you, but I just went to see a psychic. One with a really good reputation at that. And
I'm hanging up. I don't want to hear this nonsense.
please hear me out. He told me some interesting things that concern you.
Go on then, tell me what he said to you if you really want to. Am I gonna get sick and die? Am I gonna lose all my money? What nonsense did he come up with?
It is about your money, actually. Has somebody been asking you to give them money recently?
No, I just guessed it was about money or something like that because these scammers have their set list of problems that they like to bring up. Have you noticed that nobody ever goes to see a psychic and hears good news?
I'm sure that this one was legitimate. Everything he said seemed to make so much sense. You'd better watch out, because he said that you're going to lose a lot of money sometime in the near future. Also, you shouldn't put too much trust in Inez. She's the person that you should be the most careful of.
Mom, I've been married to her for 18 years. Why would you suddenly tell me to be careful of her?
And you never know, Lily could be involved somehow. You should never trust a woman, even your own wife and daughter.
You really have lost your mind, haven't you, Mom? I don't know what possessed you to suddenly start saying all these crazy things. Anyway, forget it. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. I'm hanging up now.
Spencer, wait! You shouldn't ignore these warnings. There could be some truth in this. Hello? Spencer? Spencer!
Did I send you an email asking you to supplement the lecture PowerPoint already?
Yes, I just finished editing it and sent it out, Spencer. You can check it if you like.
Thanks for that. I really appreciate it. By the way, what are you doing on your phone that's so interesting? You've been glued to it all day.
Oh, this. It's a random chatting app. It's really popular with the kids these days.
Random chatting? What's that?
You get matched randomly with a chatting partner and the two of you can talk about whatever you like. You can meet a lot of different people from all over the world, so it's really fun. I wanted to start learning Spanish, so I downloaded it because I heard it was a good way to find language partners. But I was a bit worried at first because sometimes these kinds of apps are full of weirdos. But everyone I've talked to so far seems to be really nice. My friend even met her boyfriend on this app, so there are endless possibilities.
Wow, there's really no limit to what you can do on your phone, is there?
When you're an overworked master student like me, it's nice to have something like this to brighten up your day. It's also a good way to make spontaneous plans with people when you feel like doing something fun if you get matched with people from your area. I've also made a few good friends who I've been able to confide a lot of my worries in, which is really nice.
If you have this much energy to put into flirting with strangers, you should be redirecting it towards working hard on your thesis.
Yes, I'm working hard on my thesis as well, don't you worry. Anyway, I'll get going to the library and do some work towards it now.
Good. That's what you should be doing. Keep on working hard, okay? I just want to check on my stocks, but now they're telling me that I need to download a whole new app? This is so annoying. Why couldn't they just update the old app instead of making a whole new one? I guess I'll just check out the App Store and see if there's anything else interesting whilst it's downloading. Oh? Isn't this the random chatting app that my assistant was talking about earlier? There are so many apps like this, though. I wonder what's so special about this one that makes it stand out from the rest. Shall I have a look and see what kind of sad people are using this thing? I don't have bad intentions or anything. I'm just a little bit curious. Let's give it a try. It won't do any harm.
Is nobody else home yet? Oh my gosh, you startled me. When did you get home, honey? You should have turned the lights on. You're going to hurt your eyes looking at your phone in the dark. What have you been doing here in the dark all this time?
Oh, I haven't been back long. I got in at around 8 p.m.
Do you know what time it is right now? It's 10 p.m.
What? Seriously? Where did the time go?
What were you doing that was so engrossing that you didn't notice 2 hours passing by?
I was just reading an ebook.
No matter how good the book was, you should have thought to stop and turn on the light. Have you eaten anything?
No, I haven't.
If you're hungry, I can make you some stew.
No, it's fine. I'm not really that hungry. I'm gonna carry on reading in my study, so you can just make some for yourself if you want.
All right, but you're going to wake up hungry in the middle of the night and end up making yourself some instant ramen at 2 a.m.
I won't. It's fine.
Wow. It must be a really good book if he wants to skip dinner in order to keep reading.
This is way more fun than I thought it would be. I didn't realize that chatting to random women I don't even know could be so entertaining. And there are so many cute girls nearby as well. The best part is that people get interested when I tell them that I'm a professor, and they don't even ask my age or anything. And it's also great that you can just quit the chat if you don't like a particular person, so you don't feel trapped or tied down at all. It's not like I'm low on options either. Oh, let's go for this girl today. You can't see her face in her profile picture, just her body, and that kind of piques my interest. It's hot that she has so much confidence in her body. I have a good feeling about this one.
So, is Spencer your real name then?
Yeah, I don't really have a nickname or anything like that, so I just went with my real name.
Oh, I see. You must be new to using an app like this. Most people wouldn't be as reckless as to use their real name. You're so cute. How old are you, by the way?
How old do you think I am?
Older than me? I'm 20, so I'm guessing you must be at least 10 years older, right?
Yeah, at least.
I think I'm gonna call you Spenny as a little nickname. Don't you think it's adorable?
Sure, yeah, you can call me whatever you like. And what should I call you? I'm sure Candy isn't your real name.
What do you think? You can just call me Candy though, okay? Where do you live, by the way?
Oh, I live in New York.
Oh, really? That must be so nice. I live out in the countryside, so living in New York has always been a dream of mine. Living there must be so romantic. Can I come up to New York and visit you someday?
I guess we can see how things go. But if you see me in real life, you'll probably be very disappointed with how much I look like an old man.
I don't think so at all. I'm so curious to see what you look like. Your profile picture is just a mountain, so that doesn't really say much about you. I'm going to send you a selfie, so you should send me one back, okay?
A selfie? I'm not too sure about that.
You don't even need to show me your whole face. Just half. You keep saying that you're old, so I'm curious to see if you really do look old or not. There's no need to be shy. I'll be the only one seeing the picture.
Okay, fine, but you send one first.
Okay. What do you think?
Wow, you're really pretty.
How can you tell when you only saw half of my face?
You have beautiful eyes, so I can tell that the rest of you is beautiful as well.
Aw, thank you, Spenny. Well, in that case, I think I'll be okay with sending you a full body photo. Would you be able to send one too? I'll even send you a picture of me in a bikini, so I'd like to get something nice in return as well.
Okay, I'll send you a full body picture, but make sure that nobody sees these photos except you, okay?
Well, of course. Do you not trust me?
I do, don't worry. Here you go.
Oh, wow. You're not an old man at all. You're super handsome.
Oh, don't lie to me. You don't need to make a special effort to make me feel good about myself. I know what I look like.
I'm telling the truth. I really do think that you're handsome. It actually makes me really upset that you're accusing me of lying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
Now I know what you look like. I'd really like to hear what you sound like. Would you like to call?
Call?
If you don't want to, I won't force you.
No, it's fine. I'll call you now.
Okay, I'll be waiting. I'm having so much fun chatting with you, Spenny.
Me too. I feel like we'd get on even better in person if we met.
I agree. But is it really okay for you to be doing this when you're married?
Huh? How did you know that I was married?
I searched through your phone high and low and found out all about both your wife and your daughter. You really are trash, huh? You're messing around with a girl not that much older than your daughter. Are you proud of yourself?
Huh?
So I can see wifey, daughter, Professor Coles, Professor Lees. You have lots of professors in your contacts, huh? Are you a professor by any chance? I wouldn't have had professors down as the type to do something like this. Your students must be around my age. Ew, that's disgusting.
How did you find all this stuff out about me?
Remember that video I sent you a few days ago? That was actually a hacking file, and by opening it, you allowed me to have full access to your phone.
So this was your plan the whole time?
It seems like the penny has finally dropped, so I'll stop pretending now. Remember all of those spicy little videos you've been sending me? Well, I've been screen recording all of them.
But I didn't even know that was even possible. They were supposed to disappear after you watched them, weren't they?
Oh, they did. But phones are super advanced these days, and I was able to just screen record them when I opened them. You're a professor, and you don't even know what your own phone does? Wow. I'm losing confidence in the university education system.
You can't do this. I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna make sure you get caught for this.
Are you threatening me right now? Well, two can play at that game. If I want, I can send these videos to your wife and daughter immediately. This will be fun. Your family will be so shocked to see what kind of person you really are. Won't they, Professor?
You can't do that. You must be bluffing.
Look at the screenshot I just sent you. I know both your wife and your daughter's phone numbers, so I can send them the videos right this second if I want to.
Please don't do that. I'll do whatever you want.
Anything? Well, you can start by sending $4,000 to this account.
You can't just demand $4,000 like that.
You don't want to send me the money? I think it's in your best interest to do as I say whilst I'm still asking nicely. Don't you think?
Okay, fine. I'll send you the money right now. You'll delete those videos straight away if I send you the money, right?
I'll think about it.
Okay, I've sent it. Can you check and see if it's come through?
Yep, it's definitely come through. Okay, so I won't send the video to your wife and daughter today. But I never said anything about not sending them to your mom.
But I sent you the money already. You said you would delete the videos once you had the money.
When did I say that? I don't remember ever saying I would do anything like that. I just said that I would think about deleting them. And also, we were talking specifically about not sending them to your wife and daughter. There are plenty of other people in your contacts that I could send them to. Ew, how about your in-laws? Or would it be better to send them to your coworkers?
How much to get you to promise that you won't send them to anyone?
This time, I want twice as much. $8,000, non-negotiable. If you don't send me the money in the next 10 minutes, these videos are going out to the rest of your contacts. Did I make myself clear?
Fine, but this really is the last time that I'm sending you any money.
Oh, really? I wouldn't say that too confidently if I were you. Don't think you can get away from me by changing your phone number or anything. Because I have my ways of finding you. If I charge $8,000 for each contact I don't send the videos to, I wonder how much I can get from you. I can send them screenshots of our full conversation as well as the videos. How fun will that be?
You can't do this to me.
Honey, what's this notification about you sending a crazy amount of money from your account? We didn't discuss any potential future big expenses, so I'm a little shocked.
I forgot that you would see that.
Remember that we agreed to set up joint notifications on our banking apps as a compromise instead of having a joint account. It was such a huge amount of money. What on earth were you using it for? It says you barely have any money left for this month. Is this some kind of mistake?
No, I really did send that much money.
Well, what on earth for? The recipient also seems to be a foreign account.
Well, the truth is, I got caught up in an investment scam.
What are you saying?
Someone I know said that he would help me get rich quick if I invest in his company, saying that he could double or even triple the money in no time, and I really trusted him, so I sent him a lot of money. But then he disappeared without a trace and took all my money with him. Now I'm left with nothing. I really don't know what to do.
Have you completely lost your mind? You should have at least talked to me before doing something like that. You must have lost thousands and thousands. How could you be so stupid as to risk that much money?
I really don't know. I must have been possessed or something. I really don't know what to do now, though. I feel like I've gone crazy.
But this was clearly a scam. How can someone educated like you have fallen for something like this? These kinds of scams are everywhere these days. You should have known to be more vigilant. We need to pay for Lily's tuition fees, and not to mention her supplementary exam prep classes. I'm so shocked right now, and to be honest, I really don't know what to say to you.
I'm also a victim here. Do you think I wanted this to happen? I'm so mad at everything right now.
Do you think you have the right to be mad when you're the one who has put us in this mess? You created this problem, so you're going to do whatever it takes to fix it. Have I made myself clear?
Honey, please.
Whatever, I'm done talking to you. I don't have anything nice to say, so I might as well keep my mouth shut. Today is the day that my mom and dad move into their new place here in New York, remember? We're going to go and visit them after work, and you're not going to let on that anything is wrong. Understood? We'll talk about this more later, okay?
Honey, wait, please. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I've sent her all the money I can to shut her up, but I'm worried that she's gonna contact me again today asking for more. I really don't know what I can do if she asks me for more money. But if this gets out, then my marriage is over, and so is my career as a professor. Oh, my life is ruined. It really is.
I like the place much better now that the furniture is all here. It really feels like this is our new home now. Don't you agree, honey?
Yes, I do. I think the brand new refrigerator that Inez bought for us is really making the place look especially fancy. No, thank you so much, Inez.
Aw, it's my pleasure, Dad.
Are you okay, sweetheart? You've been looking kind of down the whole time that you've been here. Are you not feeling well or something?
Oh, no, I'm fine. It's nothing really. There's clearly something on your mind. You've been looking worried and distracted, and your face is really pale. If you're feeling okay in yourself, then something must have happened to stress you out. Am I right? Oh, no, I'm not stressed at all. You two don't need to worry about me at all. You said that there's some stuff that needs throwing out, right? It'll be too heavy for you guys to carry it downstairs, so I'll take it down for you. Okay, thanks, sweetie. It's a little strange, don't you think, Maurice? She's usually so animated, but it looks like the life has been completely sucked out of her. Do you think something has happened between her and Spencer?
I have no idea. Only time will tell. You know what she's like. We just have to wait until she's ready to tell us what's going on. There's no use in trying to hound information out of her. Let's just drop it for now and act normal and wait until she feels more comfortable.
I'm so annoyed with Spencer that I can barely focus on anything. I should be happy to see my parents move into their new place. but I just can't think about anything else than the money trouble he's landed us in. And his mom keeps calling me for some reason. Hello? Why does it take you so long to answer the phone? What's the point in having a phone if you're not going to pick it up when people call you? Sorry, Mildred. My parents moved to New York today, so I've been a little busy helping them settle into their new place. What is so urgent that you needed to call me more than 10 times? Well, I just made a few more of my Spencer's favorite meals and… Hang on. Your parents moved here. This is the first I'm hearing about it. Yes, they did. Which neighborhood are they living in? They're living in the neighborhood next to ours. I'm just confused as to how they could afford to move to New York when they're just farmers from the sticks. And I don't appreciate your short and blunt answers. Why won't you talk to me properly? Do you hate talking to me that much? Well, to be honest, talking to you wasn't exactly at the top of my list of things I wanted to do today. Excuse me! Sorry, I'll explain later. But right now, I'm really not in the right mood to be talking to you. Hey! You can't just hang up on me like that! Oh, she's so rude! First she ignores my calls, and then she hangs up on me when I'm not even finished talking! Wait a second. It seems a little fishy that her parents have suddenly decided to up sticks and move to New York. Maybe this is what the fortune teller was talking about. Maybe Inez has used my son's hard-earned money to buy them a house. This is clearly what he meant when he said that Spencer was going to fall into financial ruin because of a woman. I won't stand by and let him be taken advantage of like this.
I've sent you all the money that I have. I don't know what else you want from me. I can even show you my banking app to prove that I don't have anything left to give you. Surely this is enough to convince you to delete the videos. And enough for me to be free of a guilty conscience.
Oh, I'm not done with you yet. And didn't you forget? You're meant to be calling me ma'am.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. I should be showing you more respect. Please, will you just put me out of my misery and delete those videos already?
But I don't want to.
Surely you've had your fun by now?
If you don't have any money left, you should go and get out a loan or something. I'm sure you can easily get a loan approved, what with being a professor and everything.
I can't get out alone. My wife would kill me. Do you have any idea how mad she was at me today when she found out how much money was gone from my account?
But surely taking out a loan is better than having your wife find out about the videos. Am I right? I think I'm still being relatively nice to you, and I'm giving you a chance to stop the videos from being sent to all your contacts.
I can't and I won't take out a loan.
Well, in that case, I guess the videos are going out to everyone right now. It looks like you have some of your students in your contacts as well. Should I send the videos to them as well?
I am sick to death of your constant threats. I am not going to give you another cent, so if you want to expose me, go ahead and do it. I can just deny it and say that somebody's trying to ruin my reputation by making deep fakes of me. That kind of technology is getting really good these days, so there's a good chance that people will believe me. Are you really happy with yourself? Making money through scamming and threatening people? There's a special place in hell reserved for people like you.
You've got nerve, haven't you? You really want to see your life ruined, don't you? Don't underestimate me, because I will ruin your life.
Go ahead and try. I'm not afraid of your threats anymore. I'm on my way to the police station to report you right now. Get ready to finally get the comeuppance you deserve.
You've obviously never experienced what it's like to have everyone turn against you all of a sudden. Well, you'll find out soon enough. Don't worry. And I'm not scared of you reporting me to the police at all. Do you think this is my first time doing something like this? I know how to vanish without a trace when necessary. Well, I guess there's no need for me to carry on talking to you. You've sealed your fate now by refusing to give me any more money, so all that's left now is to send out the videos to everyone.
What's this? A text from an unknown number. This is what your husband is really like. If you want these videos deleted, you need to send me money right away. Oh my gosh, what is this? I can't believe my eyes. When did he film this kind of video? What on earth does he think he's doing? So the whole investment scam was just a cover-up for this fiasco now, was it? This is almost funny. I can't believe that this is what the person I've been married to for the past 18 years has been reduced to. Hey, Inez! I know you're in there! I never get a moment's peace because of this family. Open up the door right this instant! I've been knocking for ages! Why did it take you this long to come to the door? I've had it up to here with this attitude that you keep taking with me. And you still keep ignoring my calls. Do I not deserve some respect as your mother-in-law? And I didn't appreciate you hanging up on me either. I clearly told you that I wasn't in the right state of mind to talk to you then, didn't I? Who do you think you are? The Queen of Sheba? If I call you, you should pick up and listen to what I have to say. You owe me at least that much. If you've just come to be rude to me, then please get out of my house. I don't feel like talking to you right now. How dare you tell me to leave when I only just got here? I've come to ask who paid for your parents' new house. What are you talking about? They paid for it themselves, of course. Don't lie to me! How could your parents, who have been farmers all their lives, have scraped together the money to buy a nice apartment in downtown New York? And it's weird timing for them to be moving here now at their age. It's clear to me that you took Spencer's money and used it to buy their house, didn't you? Of course I didn't. Who are you to judge my parents for being farmers and assume that they have no money? Farming is actually a very lucrative business. I really don't know how you got these crazy ideas into your head. And I also don't know why you look down on my parents so much and don't believe them to be capable of doing anything. They got a decent price when they sold their farm and came here with more than enough money to buy themselves a house and then some. Just because they're from the countryside, it doesn't mean that they're dirt poor. How could you be so prejudiced and ignorant? Well, I don't believe that for 1 second. I won't believe you until you show me proof that you didn't take Spencer's money. Show me your withdrawal history on your banking app. I really don't know why I'm obligated to prove my innocence to you. I'm not even going to engage with you over this. If you're here to hurl nonsense accusations at me, then you can get out right now. I don't know why you've got such a bee in your bonnet with me today. I told you that I won't believe you until I've seen the evidence. You can get into Spencer's bank account, right? Well, log into it on your computer right now, and we'll see if there isn't a suspicious amount of money missing. I need to see proof that you're not being a drain on my poor son's finances. I really don't understand what's gotten into you today. It's like you've suddenly snapped and gone out of your mind. I have my reasons for asking all of these things. I know that my son is going to be ruined because of you. A wicked woman is set to ruin my innocent son's life, and I just know that woman is you. I've never liked you, and now I know that my gut feeling about you is right all along. What on earth are you talking about? If you keep acting like this, I really am going to lose my temper. Well, are you not going to show me any kind of proof? If you're that confident that I've gone crazy, you shouldn't have any trouble showing me Spencer's bank account. If I get up his bank account and there really is no money in there, what are you going to do? Well, of course you're going to be in big trouble. Am I some kind of kid? Anyway, my parents moved here on their own with a little help from my older brother. All I did was buy them a refrigerator. Neither Spencer nor I had any part in buying that house for them. You're just making things up for the sake of trying to find a reason to get angry at me, aren't you? I'm not going to stand here and listen to it. I'm not showing you any kind of proof of my innocence, and that's final. I think you should apologize to me for these baseless accusations. Me? Apologize to you? Never. I bet you'd love to see me on my knees begging you for forgiveness, wouldn't you? Yes, I would actually. I would really love that. You can apologize on your son's behalf for what he's done whilst you're there. What are you saying? My son hasn't done anything wrong. My son never does anything wrong. Oh, I guess you haven't received the message yet. Just wait a few minutes. What message are you talking about? Stop trying to change the subject and show me his bank account already! Well, I guess there's no harm in showing it to you, since he and I are going to be splitting up anyway. I have no need to maintain a good relationship with you anymore. You two are. Splitting up? Well, first take a look and see at how much is left in his bank account and how much has gone out in the last few days. Your son has really messed up big time. He's gone and lost thousands in the space of a day. This is crazy. This can't be right. There's only $5 left in his account. How can my son only have $5 left to his name? Well, sadly, that's the reality of the situation. You can see the transaction history underneath, right? The money hasn't gone to my parents, but to some kind of scammer. A scammer? What's this? What impeccable timing! These videos will explain exactly how he got caught up in this scam, so I don't think I need to say anything else on the matter. What is going on in these videos? Oh my goodness. Please turn the sound down. The video itself is bad enough without the audio accompanying it. What on earth is this? Why would Spencer do something like this? I have no idea. Why would he feel the need to single-handedly go and ruin his life like this? It's so embarrassing. If Lily sees these videos, I really am going to make that man wish he had never been born. Being a teenager is difficult enough. She's had the stress of transitioning to high school, she's got all these extra classes to take, and I'm really worried about her mental health. If she ends up getting hurt because of your stupid son and his reckless actions, I am never going to forgive him, and he is for sure never going to be allowed anywhere near her ever again. This can't be happening. All right, Inez? There's no way that my Spencer would do this! There's just no way! This is all just some kind of sick joke. Right? I'd like to think the same. I'd like to think that nobody would be stupid enough to give someone this kind of ammunition to use against them. But clearly your son is that stupid. To have done these kinds of things and sent a video of himself to someone is one thing, but to have lost all of his money in a pathetic attempt at self-preservation only to have everything blow up in his face anyway? This is not rock bottom. This is way lower than that. Obviously, the scammer is a terrible person for deceiving him into this position, but I can't say I'm exactly thrilled with Spencer's part in this either. Money is one thing, but there's no way that I can ever trust him again after this. Our relationship is over for sure. This is all just a bad dream. It has to be. There's no way my son would do this in real life. Is there? You really are scum, aren't you? Why would you do something like this, huh?
Honey, I can explain everything. I was tricked by someone on this random chatting app. I was just a little bit bored, so I thought I would talk to a few people for some harmless fun. I had no idea that things were going to end up like this. It really wasn't me. It was one of those deep faking body cam phishing things, you know? This girl was threatening to send the videos to everyone I know if I didn't give her money.
You must be out of your mind. Aren't you embarrassed to be caught doing something like this at your age? Am I not enough for you? Is our relationship worth so little that you would throw it away for some random girl on a chatting app?
I am so sorry, honey. I didn't do it because I don't love you anymore or anything like that. It was just that curiosity got the better of me.
Well, look where this curiosity got you. I don't want to hear your excuses anymore, so just stop talking. Get out of my sight right this instant. The sight of your face is making me want to throw up. I don't ever want to see you again. You and I are over.
You can't just end our 18-year marriage just like that. Please, Inez, you can't do this to me. I'm having such a hard time right now.
Don't tell me you think that it's just your family who received this message. I'm sure that your coworkers have already seen it now as well. If you just knew how to behave, none of this would have happened.
Okay, fine, I'll admit that this is completely my fault. Whatever I say, I can't excuse my behavior. But please forgive me just this once. I'll never do anything like this ever again. We had such a great relationship up until now. You can't throw away 18 years of great memories just because of one mistake. I, for one, am not ready to give up on us.
Oh, stop being ridiculous and acting like you're so in love with me. It's pathetic. Don't think I'll be afraid to divorce you just because we're in our 50s. I'm not about to consign myself to living the rest of my life with a scumbag just because, well, we've already been together so long, so we might as well stay together. Not only did you lose a bunch of money that was technically our shared property, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to look at you again without thinking about those videos. I'm never going to be able to look at you in the same way ever again.
Can't you just accept this as a one-off occurrence and let it slide? If you ever want to get with another guy in the future, I'm willing to turn a blind eye and let it happen if that would make you happy.
You disgust me.
Lily, when did you get here?
When I received the text whilst I was in my exam prep class, I prayed that Mom hadn't seen it. But I guess it's too late.
She sent it to you as well? That really is despicable. To a minor. Did you watch the videos?
I saw the first few seconds and thought I was going to be sick, so I paused it right away. I had a sliver of hope that it wasn't really Dad, and that someone was playing some kind of prank on me using deepfake technology. But hearing your conversation just now, I guess it really was you, Dad. I can't believe that you would actually do something like this.
Lily,
Don't you dare touch my daughter! If you lay a finger on her, I'll call the police!
Honey!
Please get out right now. Neither of us want anything to do with you anymore. Even being in the same room as you makes me feel gross and dirty.
Where'd you expect me to go? I don't have anyone else I can turn to. I let you both down, but I still really love you both. Can you really not just accept that I made a mistake and forgive me for this? I feel so ashamed that I can't even look at my own face in the mirror. But when you think about it, it can be said that I'm also a victim here, don't you agree?
I really don't think you can go around playing the victim card here, Dad. You should know that if you're going to share something like that with someone, there's every chance that they can record it and circulate it, even if it seems like there was no way for them to do so. Smartphones are very sophisticated these days. And you're not sorry for what you did. You're only sorry that you got caught and exposed to everyone. No matter how you try and spin it, the truth is that you sent that kind of video to a woman who was not your wife, which makes you an adulterer. You, who always seemed like the perfect family man. Did you think that sending and receiving those kinds of videos over message didn't count as infidelity? There's no excuse for what you did. Absolutely no excuse!
I know, I was so stupid and I wish I could turn back time and undo all of those things. I just wanted a little bit of fun and it ended up really backfiring on me.
Well, the fact that you've done those kinds of disgusting things for another woman to watch is a total betrayal of Mom and of our family. I don't know about Mom, but I'm never going to forgive you for this. I never want to see you again. You're not my dad anymore.
Lily!
I agree with Lily. I'm going to have the divorce papers sent to your mom's house, so you can go and live there. You're not welcome here anymore.
Honey, please, don't do this to me. I already lost all of my money. I can't lose my family as well.
Your mom was so shocked and upset that she burst into tears and ran off home when she saw the message. If you want sympathy, go and talk to her. I'm not going to give you any, and I'm not going to listen to any more of your excuses.
Honey, wait, please.
You scammer! None of your predictions were right. You said that a wicked woman would be my son's financial downfall, so I was being really vigilant around my daughter-in-law. But now she's divorcing him without even hearing him out because of some kind of body camera scam thing. Apparently some strange girl threatened him and conned him out of all his money, and now he's left with nothing. You should take responsibility for this. I wasn't prepared for this to happen.
Who are you and why are you making such a fuss outside of my workplace? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm talking about your scammy predictions.
Oh, I remember you now. Well, I told you that your son needed to lean on his wife and daughter for support instead of looking elsewhere for pleasure. Otherwise, he would be ruined. You were clearly too obsessed with the idea that your daughter-in-law was the problem, and you failed to see that you were actually very lucky to have her, and your son was at fault for not appreciating her.
Wait, so the wicked woman you were talking about was the girl from the internet and not Inez?
Well, yes. You said that your son fell victim to a body cam phishing scam, right? And who was responsible for that? Was it not a woman?
Yes, I suppose it was.
There was nothing wrong with my predictions. The problem was that your interpretation of them was wrong, and you were trying to create a problem where there was none. Anyway, get lost. Your negative energy is disturbing the spirits. I also told you not to interfere, didn't I? But you don't listen. You just heard everything you wanted to hear and started painting your daughter-in-law out to be the bad person, and you didn't actually heed any of my warnings. It's your fault that your son's life is ruined. You best remember that. A mother should know when to step back and allow her son to live his life for himself, but you never once did that, have you? Obviously, no daughter-in-law would be willing to put up with a mother-in-law like you. I'm surprised yours didn't reach breaking point years ago.
No, this can't be. It's not my fault. It can't be my fault. My story was a little on the shocking side, don't you agree? This was the first time I found out that there were scammers that would threaten people in this way. I do feel bad that there are lots of victims out there, but at the same time, why would you share such intimate things with a stranger on the internet in the first place? I heard that a lot of couples actually end up getting divorced because of similar situations to mine. Apparently, there are lots of cases of infidelity where people send intimate messages, photos, and videos to someone they haven't even met and probably never will meet, and their marriages end up falling apart when their spouses find out. After the incident involving my ex-husband, we got divorced and, of course, I got full custody of Lily. My husband's bosses at the university also found out about this after the videos were circulated amongst his co-workers and students, and he decided to quit his job before they could dismiss him. Although he wasn't officially fired, his reputation with his students and co-workers was in tatters, and he will never be able to show his face there ever again. It is also very likely that he will be blacklisted from being able to get another job in US academia. I heard a rumor that he and his mom moved abroad in order to be somewhere nobody knows them, but I don't know for sure whether they actually did or not. I received a lot of support and consolation from family and friends after the divorce, and I've been trying very hard to forget what happened ever since. I think I'm finally at a stage where I can say I've started to heal from the trauma, but it's affected Lily and my parents a lot as well. So we have all had to help each other be able to move on from this. Thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe.